the question is that, okay, there is 2 questions that you have to answer. What I need you to do for these 2, you divide your group to 2 so that it can ease your work, okay, in a group. You can divide two person to do 1 question, another 2 more person to do another question, right? Because there's so many things that you have to do, right? So question number 1 is you need to suggest me the interface type for your project. As I did mention, we have a more than 20 interface type. So you choose any of these. All right, you can do a combination of example, like remember your exam question, the haptic, and I combine haptic and wearable. All right, basically. All right, so you can do a combination of any of uh, the one that you remember you have done that. You already put which interface that you in the whiteboard last time. So the combination must be the one that every one of you present, not the early interfaces. All right, the one that you do your presentation, and you also add the mentions inside there which that is suitable for you. Okay. And once you choose, okay, you have to answer question A, B, and also question C. So in question A, you describe a hypothetical scenario of how this application work. Okay, both. If you choose wearable, you choose haptic. So how basically these two work in your applications. Okay, so you explain your hypothetical scenario lah. Alright. So, hold on. So how actually it's going to work is your idea of your project. So if you use wearable, so how you use wearable? Okay, how it's work in your application? Do you have to click anything? You have to touch something, or everything will be appear? So you will decide the hypothetical scenario on that. Okay. And then the next question is to consider the specific design issue that will be needed to be addressed. Okay, every interface there is some advantage and disadvantages. All right, the one you mentioned last time in your presentation, but explain to me design issue, right? Not in terms of the cost is higher if you use variable, not that. Is the design issue. Okay. Let's say like if you use shareable, so in shareable, do you need a wall or do you need a tabletop? How do they interact? How the user interact with this surface, the shareable? Is it you need some other element, or you want to use a pen, or you want to use a voice, all right, also inside this shareable, or maybe you want to say that what is basically the rules needed inside this. They have to click something? So this is the design issue that you need to be considered, not in terms of cost or at the expensive of this product, this interface, okay, when you use, and then you need to pay something or whatever, that not on that, it's design issue. Okay, the third one is to compare the pro and cons of designing the application using these two different interfaces. Would it be better to combine, or whether you need to separate both? Okay, is it better to use shareable, or it's better to use, let's say, if haptic and also you combine haptic and also tangible, and also let's say tangible and wearable? So if you combine both tangible and wearable, will it be better, or it need to be separated one by one? So you show me your pro and con of designing this application using the one that you mentioned lah, the two interface type. Okay, yeah? So that will be question number 1. So I'm suggest to every one of you, divide these to the members. Okay, not every, or if you agree to do together and you have time, then I'm okay. But whatever it is, by 17 you must do your presentation. Tak ada tangguhan. Right, the deadline is that day on 17, except if let's say I having some meeting, or maybe I have to go for somewhere and I can't do the class, then I will the one who postpone, not you. Okay, whatever it is means that you have to be prepared to present to me your idea of your interfaces start and also your data gathering. That will be the second question. Any question for question number 1? Anything you want to ask me? Question number 1.
For now, tak ada.
Tak ada, ya? So this is more towards you do your own research, and then you think of the combination, how if you combine both interfaces, you need to understand the interfaces. Your friend has present, you also have present all the interfaces, okay, except for 1-2 group, I think. So basically you should understand how this works and what actually the issues when you want to use this interface. Okay? Ada yang masuk. Alright. So the next question, okay, is on the data gathering. Okay, I think every one of you have done data gathering last time. I mean, in in other classes, but we will do data gathering. It's basically the data gathering program is how you plan and run and 3 technique, which is interview, questionnaire, or observation, right? This is the 3 technique that you can do to gather data of your project. And if you are doing final year project 1 and final year project 2, I think you don't have any issue in terms of understanding that these 3 technique, right? The questionnaire, the interview, questionnaire is the survey lah, interview and observation. These 3 is basically is being used in any of, I think, when you do your project. Okay, you can choose 1 or you can choose 2, but please make sure when it comes to whether the data can be quantitative or qualitative. Example, like if let's say you are looking into how long is the information or how long is your user to click your data. Okay, this is a quantitative data, right? So you need to understand which will be a qualitative and which is will be the quantitative. Kalau qualitative, it can be qualitative or quantitative. Selalunya whatever that you time ke or you click something ke, that one is a quantitative lah, because you need to calculate the number, right? So this, when you do your interview questionnaire or observation, you have to make sure on your data. Data means that number, measurement, or any comment or any photos, sketches, ke film, ke video, whatever it is, that we call as data. Data can be everywhere, right? There is a lot of things that you can consider when it comes to when you do your project. You must have something that you want to get something from the technique of collecting the data, right? So basically, we're going to learn that after Raya. At the same time, you do your assignment, all right? I also have given you the notes inside, and I will give some of the information about these two so that you can have some ideas on how you're going to do for your project. All right. Okay. Like if you see the question number 2, okay, in here, you have to find a group of people or single individual when you do this, because this is just a sample lah for me. All right, because I need you to understand how is the process and how basically you plan for collecting the data. Right, so you have to suggest one suitable data gathering. We have 3, as I did mention. One is the interview, whether you do a questionnaire or survey, or you do an observation, right? So you need to explain your data gathering program in detail. So how you plan to do, okay? And then once you have complete that, you need to prepare your, if you do questionnaire, you need a questionnaire lah. If you want to do interview, you need to have some interview question. If you want to do observation, where are you going to do observation? Where, which place? What you want to observe. So this is the things that you explain in question number 2A. All right. Okay, then you get all the information. Okay, then you review your information. All right. You can do questionnaire. Kalau questionnaire means that you need you do survey, you need a question set lah. Okay, from that question set, then you review whether we're not going to do a pilot test sebab tak sempat. So it's just that you plan what you're going to do, what is the question and everything. Then you pass to one person to check on that. I mean, your user. Okay, if let's say your user is the customer, so you give to the customer. You ambil lah 2 or 3 user ke, single user ke, and they answer. Alright. Basically, it best if you can give to 20% or 30%. Alright. Single group ni, certain time when you do interview, you can interview one person. Tapi when you do your questionnaire, you get the 30 or 20 questions lah. From 20 to 30 people, your user, to do this survey. Okay. Then once you collect your data, you do your analysis. When you have that, you're not doing the analysis. Maknanya when you get all the information, your data set and everything, then you review, you identify, you collect all the data, and you do your finding. Your finding as a presentation to me in the report. What you get from that question, I mean the technique. Okay. remember when you do your questionnaire is basically bukan kita saja-saja, we not just doing the questionnaire. There must be a purpose of why you needed this sample of questions. Why you need someone to do this questionnaire, or someone you want to interview, what you want to do observation, what you want to get from this. And whatever that you get, your finding is basically to help you in terms of come up with your project, right? Example, you observe parking lah, sometimes kan. You observe how many people is using the parking, let's say. So you can get information that memang 30 or 40 in one day there is, and how many time is there any error and everything. So that is how you get when you do your finding, is that you get that how many people is actually getting error, and or maybe how many people is actually parking in that lot, what is the issue. So you can get all the information based on this technique, right? Certain time you want to know whether your application is suitable or not suitable, so you do a survey, right? Survey of application, exist application, then you know that you need to do something improvement. So from that finding, okay. So we will do this. I will give you some example inside the Padlet. All right. So try this week to divide first, and then confirm first what is the two interface type that you want to do, and what basically is the suitable data gathering that you want to use, the technique, yeah. For question number 1 and also question number 2. Question number 3, number 3 is not a question, is how you prepare your full report. Okay, once you complete, is similar as your question, is similar as your assignment 1. Submit inside in the e-class, and submit to me and do your presentation. Okay, of your whatever in 10 minutes you present your question number 1 and also question number 2. Clear?
Clear, madam.
Clear? Okay. I think for those who are diploma student, go to bachelor student, you don't have any issues on these two. Okay, because you have done that. And I already done your assignment, question number 1 ni, as you do your presentation, you listen to your friends. So I don't think you have that issues. And number 2 ni, basically you have done. Cuma please make sure that when you agree with any of this, especially in question number 2, you need to give me your questionnaire first. Alright? WhatsApp me your questionnaire first. Alright, so that I can see and I can approve whether you can continue to give survey to others, or if you have the interview question, let me know first. Let me check on the question first, right? The interview question. Same goes to if you do your observation, let me know where you're going to observe, where, what time, how long. So I need to know that information before I agree with every of you. Okay, so basically this week, try to but confirm number 1 and number 2. Confirm number 1 is the interfaces, and confirm number 2 is the data gathering that you're going to, the technique that you're going to use. Okay, and then you can do your reading. I know that you have your holidays, but you can do your reading, finding all the information before you come back next week, and next week. Okay? Alright? And we will discuss on that after that. This is very important when it comes to you do your project, because the data gathering and also the interfaces is your proposal lah for your project. Then I know that you understand what you're going to do for your project. Okay. I think that's all from me. Anyone of you have questions?
Page limit, madam.
Clear?
Page limit berapa? Max, min.
No page limit.
Ada?
You follow A, B, C, you answer, correct answer, you get the marks.
Presentation duration?
The duration?
Presentation.
10 minutes, not more than that. Okay, clear?
Okay, clear.
Boleh Alright. If you have any question, you want to ask me, okay, you can WhatsApp me. Okay? So you start first, alright, do your reading, and then if you have any issues, you tak faham apa-apa, you just let me know. Okay. So if that's it. I hope that we have only 20, 30 of you here. I hope that every group tu ada at least one representative lah. Okay. Where is it?